dripping in finesse. It don't make no sense. Dripping in finesse. You know, dripping in finesse with my baby. Oh, dripping in finesse. You know it. Girl, you know we got it going on.
Like we ain't never ever go hard for this. They don't let us in, we Bogart and this. They talking about practice. Like we don't practice. Who said I don't go hard? I go so hard. I don't care who got it. We still in charge. These bros, I don't got no time. No. Do you see my pockets? Yeah. I'm doing just fine. Don't call my line. Don't call my line.
Glorious, glorious. I feel glorious, glorious.
I'm feeling glorious. The crib looking victorious. Oh yes it is. You know that we've been growing it. Been growing it since we hopped out that DeLorean. DeLorean, yeah we went on guard. Things are just things. They don't make you who you are. Can't pack up a U-Haul and take it with you when you're gone. We posted on the porch, my family's glasses to the stars. My grandma smiling down on me like, whoop, that boy got bars. Okay, okay, yes I do. I said amen and hallelujah, let me testify to another morning. A morning, won't let self get in my way. I got my breath, I got my faith, and I remember why I came.
I feel glorious, glorious. Got a chance to start again. I was born for this, born for this. It's who I am, I couldn't forget. I made it through the darkest part of the night, and now I see the sunrise. Now I feel glorious, glorious. I feel glorious, glorious. We gon' be alright.
I be voodoo. If you getting money, then you cool, you cool. But I don't know you guys. Who you? I do what I do. Mind your business. I'm talking money. Because I'm twisted. I'ma be a millionaire. Speak that to existence. I believe that. If I say it, then I mention. You can't tell me nothing.
Laughter is the only thing
I don't hear no facts.
that'll
I just hear
keep
something.
you
You
sane.
said you was poppin'. I heard you was blind.
And this world is crying
You really about nothing.
more and more every day.
Yo estoy viendo aquí pila de highlight de Gary Payton pasando la pelota, John, de Dwayne Wade con LeBron, Allen Iverson dándole un metrallón a Gibson.
In this
Eso es lo que yo estoy viendo aquí, Patrick Ewing, nompeándola, yo no estoy viendo nada de eso.
I want you to live forever underneath the sky so blue. Some people say faith.
He's going to be stolen, I think, with the doctor. Yes, he's got it. Here he comes. Way rock the baby to sleep and slam
Children, like it's Christmas Day.
They don't let us in, we Bogart and
The 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And
I miss you too,
and
Ernie.
I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here
I
too.
miss you too, Ernie.
Yeah, me too. Tonight, it's the Orlando Magic as they'll be playing against the Chicago Bulls. Looking at the Bulls, coming into this matchup with no shortage of confidence, they won all 4 games against this team last season. And the Orlando Magic, 7 years removed from the Dwight
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're at the sold-out Amway Center. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. And nothing tips.
Well, guys, Chris
and Porzingis, DA, a good 3 inches taller than Dirk. He's a very unique talent for sure. Well, we've been waiting for it all summer, Clark. Opening night. What's going through the players' minds right now, just before the beginning of the season?
About time. These guys have been ready for this a month ago. But they're happy that there's no more waiting around, and now the games count for.
Sing me a song. The best. You can be the King Kong banging on your chest. You can beat the world.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
NBA regular season opener for a couple of teams. Thank you all for tuning in. So happy you're here. I'm ecstatic that you're here. And I'm really happy that Kenny and Shaq are here.
I miss you too, Ernie.
Thank you. Me too. Tonight, it'll be the Chicago Bulls up against the Orlando Magic. Checking out the Magic, they are hungry for a win here. Last season, they got swept by this team.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Nightfall in the Windy City with the Willis Tower and the rest of downtown Chicago lighting up the sky. And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks, everyone. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, guys, we've heard the term unicorn given to rare players with great height and perimeter skills like Kristaps.
Amazing to think. DA, thanks. Well, tonight, Smitty, some teams that are really struggling. 2 teams looking for answers to their troubles. They hope they find them.
Yeah, Kevin, you're totally right. These 2 teams, when you see, they make adjustments. But when the adjustments don't work, then you start to change the lineup and the rotations and the play call and who's the number 1 option, who's the number 2 option. And then when all that fails, then you start to hear the fan base. They start to come out with those boos. And as an organization, you don't need those.
A look at the Magic starting group. Porzingis is out there with Robinson. Then there's Cooper. Then there's Murray. And it's Pierce in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Nowitzki. And the jam by Dirk Nowitzki.
Love when Nowitzki finishes with the dunk, showing some outstanding lift on that one.
They get a hand on it, out of bounds as Orlando keeps possession. On defense, the Bulls, and it's Cooper missing. See, last season, even with Robin Lopez playing 64 games, the Bulls were dead last in block shots.
Yeah, Robin averaged less than 1 block a game for the first time in 6 years. What's really sad about that, he still led the team.
Rodman with a screen on Murray. 6 to shoot. The 3 from Iverson. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Yeah, you got to love the recognition there. Stockton just so unselfish, always looking to find the open man.
Shot left block, and he overshot that one, missing. Now the Bulls with it. It's a 3-point game. Parker outside. Stolen by Pierce. Pass to Cooper. Over Iverson. Cooper with the bucket.
It looked like the defense just flat out froze out there. Clear breakdown in communication to allow that easy bucket.
Stockton outside. Pass to Nowitzki. Parker outside. Hodman sets a screen. And the foul on Paul Pierce. That is his first foul of the game. So Chicago going with an almost entirely new group. Amare Stoudemire is checked in for Nowitzki. Johnson comes in for Dennis Rodman. Harris is checked in for Jabari Parker. And Steve Kerr is subbed in for Stockton. Johnson the screen. Iverson. And he connects on the jumper. The screen did the trick. Iverson's got 5 points so far.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Murray against Stoudemire. It's stolen by Harris. Passes it to Iverson. Mourning with some nice D.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Here's the pass to Askins. Mourning up top. Outside Pierce. Over Harris. And released it in time, but it's off the mark.
Great defense by Harris. He put in an effort to contest that shot.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bulls out front, up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14.
And Greg, that's...
Primer timeout de la noche. Winston pidió timeout, Nelson.
The war. You can talk to God, go banging on his door. You can throw your hands up, you can beat the clock. You can move a mountain, you can break rocks. You can be a master, don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you can find yourself standing in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name. Yeah. 'Cause you burn with the brightest flame. Yeah. And the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. You can go the distance, you can run the mile. You can walk straight through hell with a smile. You could be the hero, you get the gold. Breaking all the records you thought never could be broke. Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. And you're never gonna know if you never even try. Do it for your country, do it for your name. 'Cause there's gonna be a day when you're standing in the Hall of Fame.
A free-flowing style. That's how he coached in college.
The Bulls leading by 3. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Chicago right now, they've got Iverson. Stoudemire out there with Johnson. Then there's Tobias Harris. And it's Kerr in at the 1 spot. Just 5 to shoot. Stoudemire the screen. Iverson with the bucket. Iverson's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Bulls. And we're talking about Hoiberg. He really looks to take advantage of a defense before it's set.
So true. He'll run someone off an early screen for a three-point look. Quick dribble handoffs. A lot of movement. You got last year's team to play unselfishly and play hard.
Pierce kicks to Murray. Over Iverson. Offensive rebound. Mourning. Good work defensively by Stoudemire.
You can't ask for a higher percentage look than the one that he got. I think he lost his concentration.
And it's blocked. Here's Haskins, defended by Kerr. Anderson, a screen on Kerr. Anderson with the screen for Murray. Off the pick. Johnson with the block. Inside. Deflects the pass. Kerr against Anderson. And there's the foul. It goes on Ryan Anderson. That is his first foul of the game. So for the Bulls, Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Johnson. Rodman comes in for Tobias Harris. And Stockton subbed in for Iverson. The Magic also changing it up. Aaron Baines comes in for Ryan Anderson. And it's Cooper in for Jamal Murray. Rodman kicks to Stockton. Out left to the wing. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Here's Kerr for three. And again, no good by Chicago.
Aggressive closeout on a great jump shooter. That's how you defend against the three.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
The pass to Stockton. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Here's Stoudemire. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Wednesday, they'll head back home to host the Miami Heat. And then on Friday, they'll host the Charlotte Hornets.
And for their matchup with the Celtics, it's always interesting for top teams to see how they compare to the best in the East. This will be a chance to see just what this group is made of.
There's 53 seconds left in the first half.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Cooper, the pass to Baines. Murray against Stockton. Pass to Cooper. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shot to end this cold run. Rebound by the Bulls. Nowitzki's got 3 rebounds now in this one. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Cooper against Kerr. Stockton outside. Nowitzki with the screen on Murray. They get it again. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Chicago shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And so Nowitzki nails both of them.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
That shot off. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in control with the 9-point lead. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the 3rd quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Ken. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead. They really did some damage in the second quarter, and as things started clicking for them, they were able to get out to a 9-point lead by halftime. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
Well, they're good.
And that wraps up the halftime show.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. We've seen Allen Iverson really have a great game.
And they haven't needed a lot of shots to get their points. Just tremendous efficiency here in the first half.
What I love watching is they are working for high percentage looks and cashing in when they get them.
And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Porzingis, Murray out there with Cooper. Then it's Robinson, and it's Pierce in at the 3 slot. Iverson against Cooper. Lets it go from 11. Good on the bucket. Iverson's got the first field goal of the second half for Chicago. Some guys are leaders from day one, but there are some guys it takes a while, Steve, to grow into that role. I'm sure you've seen them.
Yeah, I love Victor Oladipo. I think he took on that role. Also, Kyle Lowry's done a nice job. Al Horford is becoming more of a vocal leader. He was kind of a quiet leader. a lot of those guys, you can see their personalities just changed from when they started into this league, and year by year they've gotten better.
He hits the second from the line. The Bulls leading by 10. And it's Parker in the corner. Rodman sets a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Porzingis with the block.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
The Magic trail by 10. Outside Pierce. To the left side wing. There's a screen by Robinson. Cooper the pass to Robinson. Orlando with a fresh 24. And it goes down 2 points. Cooper's got it back down to within single digits for the Magic.
Defensively, you cause the miss, but then you have to corral it.
You know, there's nothing more frustrating than that. Giving up points on a possession, you won.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you. Here's Nowitzki. Gets a very good look and converts. Nowitzki's got his second basket of the night.
Yeah, you see the killer instinct. He's going for the death blow.
True story. They got a monster lead that's taking a life of its own.
And now the first timeout called here for the Magic.
And when you take a look at that shot chart, the amount of misses lately is really unbelievable.
You start to wonder, in my opinion, is it better to take everything to the rack now or to try at least draw some fouls?
So for the Bulls, Stoudemire comes in for Dennis Rodman. And Tobias Harris subbed in for Jabari Parker. Then for the Magic, Aaron Baines is checked in for Robinson. Mourning comes in for Porzingis. And it's Anderson in for Pierce. Harris kicks to Stockton. Nowitzki a screen. Pass to Iverson. The basket is good. The assist from Stockton. Stockton's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, we know he's been confident with the shot. A big reason why they're ahead in this game.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. To the inside. Here's Mourning. And the rejection by Stoudemire.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy. And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Mourning's shot is good.
The beauty of the teardrop, very difficult to really contest.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bulls lead by 13. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Stoudemire out there with Tobias Harris. Then there's John Stockton. Then it's Iverson. And it's Nowitzki in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. The Bulls leading by 13. Iverson passes to Harris. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harris has got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bulls. And it's Allen Iverson with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. It's stolen by Stoudemire.
Right idea, wrong execution. They were looking to get a high percentage shot inside, but the pass was too late. Harris outside. Back to Nowitzki.
Just 5 on the clock. Stoudemire, the screen. Here's Iverson. It's deflected. 1 minute now into this fourth quarter. Cooper. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Steve, we know plenty of NBA players who are still inconsistent at the free throw line. Just how much of a skill issue is free throw shooting and how much is mental?
You know, I think for a lot of guys that are up in size, just being able to shoot the basketball. I tried it shooting a volleyball when your hands are so big, and that is tough, and that's a skill. But then I see a lot of guys mentally, you can tell is bothering them because they change their routine from year after year. They keep finding different ways. They have to get comfortable, put in the work, and just stick to it. I think they go to too many different these shooting coaches saying, I have a quick fix, and usually it doesn't work, the quick fix.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. Fred Hoiberg was talking with his team during the break. He was very adamant in the huddle. He said, don't let up now. Stay aggressive and do the things that have gotten us this far. We're almost there, guys.
And Pierce always been great at just getting into the heart of the defense. Feels real comfortable when he's in attack mode around the rim.
Stockton kicks to Parker. Nowitzki a screen. Passes it to Stockton. Nowitzki left side. Lets it go with a three. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And the Bulls lead by 13.
And Nowitzki is one of the deadliest shooters of all time. Every time he lets it go from deep, you just get the feeling it's going in.
Nowitzki against Robinson. Wide open look here for Murray. That three off the mark.
Yeah, another missed opportunity, and you can just see the frustration.
He wants to help his team, but when you're in position to finish, it's hard to turn that down.
Iverson against Cooper. Lets it go from 11. That shot, no good. And Orlando the other way now. 36 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Iverson against Murray. Kicks to Robinson. Makes it off the glass.
And the focus there from Robinson. Hard to rattle when he's this close to the basket. The D looks helpless.
And they can just let the clock run out here.
Cannot argue with the W.
Iverson against Cooper. Hodman sets a screen. The drive by Iverson. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. And he makes the first. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Here's Smith. Misses. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean,
David, thank you as always. That concludes the first game of the NBA season. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew,